We're going to do the body systems Webquest. What I did is with this right here, I just opened and right clicked and went to a different tab so I could go back and forth from one area to the other. All right, the major organ of the integumentary system is the skin, and it covers approximately 20 square feet. So when I go back to these three layers, I'm going to notice that we have the three layers, and they're down here in the dermis, epidermis, and I thought it was the dermis, epidermis, and the hypodermis. Yeah, I said that. So hypodermis and epidermis. So there they all are. And I could probably cut and paste them, but what I'm going to do is type them instead. Epidermis. I didn't spell that right. Okay. Oh, did it change it for me? No. Okay, the hypodermis, it's D-R-A-M-I-S, I know what it is. And the other one is just the dermis. Okay, so where did I go wrong with this? Epidermis. Ooh, I got too many murmurs. Okay. All right, there it is right there. And if you spell things incorrectly, there they are. And that's what's going to do that for me. And there they are. All right, 4 accessory structures. So we're going to go back over to here and we're going to go down. But it's in basically order. All right, hair, skin, nails, fingernails, toenails. Okay, sediviferous glands, sebaceous glands. So we just put glands. Okay, so we're going to put glands, hair, skin, and nails. That would definitely give us 4. Hair, skin, nails, glands. Okay. What are the main functions of this system? So again, if I don't know, okay, I'm going to go down to here. And it's going to tell you. All right. So number 1 is protection. Okay, this provides us from pathogens in the outside. It's our first layer of defense in our immune system. So the main functions is to protect, or we could just put protection. Okay, and it's the first layer of defense in the immune system. So again, with this would have been a really good one for your presentation. If you had either one, you'd want to compare the integumentary and the immune system. All right. I don't think my protection actually came out very well. All right. So we've done the first section. Let's go on to the second section. So again, I'm going to click on this. I'm going to right click this and open a new link so I can go directly to it, back and forth. Okay, so we're going to talk about the skeletal system and how it works. All right, so there's a video if you need to watch it. And we're going to talk about it has both muscular and skeletal. So let's go back here. So hold on, let me let one of the students in. And we're back. All right, greetings, Daniel. We're doing this assignment right here. Okay, I already typed in the answers for the first part. We're going on to the second part. What is the main function of both skeletal and muscular system? All right, what do you think it is? Support and movement. All right, that's what we have it. Okay, approximately how many bones are on our, wait, how many muscles are there? Ooh, muscles, I thought there was, I thought I saw it. 600. Yeah, I knew. I thought it was 610. I was going to say 610 exactly, but we can say 600, and there's 206 bones and adults 206. Not what I know. What type of muscles make up the head? No, what type of muscles make up the heart? Why do you think this is so? It's called cardiac. Okay. Okay, it needs lots of energy. That's why. All right, what other body system plays a direct role in moving muscles? So what else would help in moving muscles? All right, so I'm gonna go back here. And it talks about the different types of tissues and the force generation and, sometimes injury, which actually looks like that. So how it works with other body systems, and that's what I was trying to get across to some of you. All right, so if I keep going down, the muscular system, obviously they work together. So when one muscle pulls, it pulls the bone forward, and the other muscle pulls the antagonistic muscle, it goes backwards. So it also manufactures white blood cells. So again, I don't know what the question was again. Well, there's this directly on moving muscles. All right. Bones and tissues. Okay. All right, which is why tissues was on your test, because again, many kids don't know about tissues, that they're groups of cells working together. All right, let's move on to the next one. And I said nervous system, and I'm going to open this link in a new tab. And some kids said that, oh boy, that they couldn't access this from school. What the hell are you doing? Oh my God. Whiskey just, buddy, he's chewing on metal, man. Okay, that dog is going to be there to me. All right, so let's look at the questions one more time. All right, how does the nervous system act like a telegraph? What transmits messages? I guess that's about as simple as we can get. What are the two parts of the central nervous system? Can't. I'm gonna respell it. All right, that is the central nervous system is the brain and the spinal cord. Okay, and we should know these things, some of these things, okay, by doing this. And what is the peripheral system? Those are all the nerves, okay, that branch out. So we'll take one look at it. Let's go to here. And then we can look at this like in detail. So you can scroll up and you can see the brain and the spinal cord are called the central nervous system, and neurons are the actual system by which it transmits electrochemical signals. All right. Okay, brain and spinal cord, just like I said, the nerves are the PNS, peripheral nervous system. All right, meninges are protective coverings, and they may have a question on that as well. All right, okay, nerves, what functions are controlled by the autonomic nervous system? Well, those are automatic. Automatic is being spelled right tonight. Oh, I forgot the O. Okay. All right, I'll put the damn darn O in there. Okay, auto. Oh, well, then I didn't spell it. Okay, now it comes up though. All right, so automatic systems. So those are the things that we don't think about. Okay, well, that's our heart beating. Okay, breathing. Okay, these are things that happen no matter what. Okay, so these are the sorts of autonomic nervous system activities or functions that's controlled. All right, moving on to the cardiovascular system. All right, let's go to this website. Let's click this. Let's open a link in a different tab. And now I have quite a few tabs open, so that's all right. If it launches. All right, what are the main components of the cardiovascular system? Well, and I think this should have, if I go like this and go backwards, I think this is number 15. All right, what are the main components of the cardiovascular system? Well, that's the heart and vessels. All right, which is, your arteries and your veins. How much blood does the average adult contain? Now, that one is how many liters do we have? 5 or 6 liters. Yeah, I was going to say 5 liters, but 5 to 6, we'll put 5 because that's usually easier. All right, so it carries oxygen, and we know when we learned about that with cellular respiration a few weeks ago. All right, so let's go back and see if we can answer the rest of the questions. All right, so in this one, it's what, 5 liters? Okay, I bet you can spell that one. What is the main function? Supply oxygen and nutrients. Right. How did I get to orange? How did I get to yellow? It's not red. Supply oxygen and nutrients. It's actually better. You can probably see it better. All right. What are the different components of blood? All right. Now, I don't think any of you guys read anything having to do with that. So where is it? We will talk about the blood itself. All right. So those are diseases. So if you were studying the cardiovascular, I gave you a great website to use. All right, so that's the overview of it. All right, so the components of the blood are, you have the red cells, white cells, and you have platelets. Okay, red and white cells and something called platelets. All right, and I did not spell that one right. Yeah, there it is right there. All right, it didn't, I don't know where it did, why I didn't tell you in there. So that would have been confusing if you weren't here tonight. All right, moving on to the respiratory system. Now, kids, I know I'm going fairly quickly. It was just because I was doing the video, but okay, which you guys can always watch later. The other thing about it is I will go back over it. I promise. Okay, because I know you guys want me to go slow. Okay, giving you a nice little look at that one. All right, let's move along. Let's go to the respiratory system. All right, now I can do this again. Right click, open a new tab. So now I got all the tabs open. I should have the respiratory system. So we can take a look at something like that. Is that the respiratory? Giant heart. Oh yeah. But wait, it has nothing to do with it. Oh, no wonder why kids were like on that. I was like, why the hell are they on that? The giant heart. Because it took you to the wrong site. All right, what is the main function of the respiratory system? What? Exchange CO2 for oxygen. Isn't that what it is? And look, that's why we can't say breathing, because we animals, okay, us humans, we breathe, but fish don't breathe, and there's other organisms that don't necessarily breathe, but they respirate. What organs are involved in carrying out these functions? So I think there would be the lungs, heart, and the blood vessels. All right. What are the difference between the systemic and pulmonary circuits? Click on the tabs on the menu on the right. Well, I don't see anything on the right. All right. Systemic involved lobes of lungs and pulmonary return blood back to heart. Actually, this one is lobes of lungs. That okay, the system involves lobes of, that's actually vessels that move oxygen away from the heart. All right, and the other one, pulmonary return it back. All right, now we're on the digestive system. Again, I'm taking a little bit of time for that. Well, it's not helping me there. Let's open this one, link to a new tab. Where was my new tab? Right here, the digestive system. All right, so we know that it's mouth, basically the anus, and we have the stomach, we have the small and large intestines. All right, so it's actually telling you all this stuff. And you have something called an epiglottis, which is in your throat that separates basic breathing from eating. Okay, and that's what happens sometimes when we like have some hiccups, have too much air in there. All right, so the digestive system, you can be looking at all these different things, but going down here, this is the main reason. So it's ingestion, which is taking in it, and secretion, which is breaking it down and then mixing it, moving it, and then actually breaking it down to its like other parts, absorbing what you can out of it, and then finally what you can't, you release through excretion. All right, what is the purpose of the digestive system? Okay. Take in energy. Is that really what we're doing? Remember we broke it down to glucose? All right. What are the main organs of the alimentary canal? All right, that's the big tube. So you have something called your esophagus. Okay. All right. And you have your stomach. Okay. What's the accessory organs of the digestive system? And why do they call it accessory? So we have something called appendix. Okay. And some of the reasons why they're called that is they have parts that are probably no longer used by humans, and we rarely use an appendix. All right. They're the reason why they're called accessories, they're add-on systems to the main function. All right, so if you're not carrying out the main function, which is what we just showed you, is an ingestion, secretion, digestion, and elimination or excretion, then you're one of the add-on systems. All right, define the term peristalsis and explain why it's important. Movement across a gradient. That's the best I can do for you. But like when I was telling you in class about why is it that you can, let's see if we can get a picture of this one. Why is it that you can drink water upside down? It's because of the peristaltic, the hair-like things that actually go through there. Let's see if we can, it actually tells you about peristalsis. No, it does not. All right, so you have little cilia that are inside your esophagus, and this is your esophagus. Okay, and it's your upper GI tract, and then your lower GI tract goes from the south vent. This goes from your north vent. So if you have issues with the northern or the southern, you're going to have probes in either way. That's when homeostasis goes wrong. All right, small intestine, and obviously your liver is part of it, and the pancreas, and we have the large and the small intestine. So it's, you can just put movement across a gradient. All right. This is also called the excretory system, and some of you got that in class. So when I get to this one, it says it right there, excretory system. It's another name for the urinary system, and we just said it. What is the purpose? To eliminate waste. Liquid, specifically liquid waste. Okay, it's your urinary tract, and that's why. How do we get rid of the other waste? Through our digestive system. All right, now, give some examples of factors that can affect the amount of urine excreted each day. All right, well, how much water you drink. And how about how much you sweat? I know this is not going to come out well. Look at that spelling. Okay. All right, sweat. You. All right. So those are examples of how much, if you're sweating a lot, you're not excreting very much urine, and your urine's dark in color. And I kind of told you by about 5 p.m. you should have fairly clear urine, and then you know that you're drinking enough water each day. What are the main components of the urinary system? Well, again, if I go back to urinary, well, that's not going to be on there. I don't even know where I put it. Did I even get it up here? I don't even know if I put a link in here for it. Yeah, it's loading. All right, so some fun facts and functions and diseases. Some of these, if you couldn't urinate, you'd die from the toxins that build up. Okay, so all systems are actually very important. I don't know why this is there. All right, the primary organs for the urinary system are the kidneys, which actually filter everything, which is a bean-shaped organ. Now, did you know that that's what the kidneys are used for? They're a filtration system. All right. All right. And then we have diseases of the urinary system, and interstitial cystitis. Yeah, that's another one. So, all right, when we look at the main organs, we're going to look at the bladder and the liver. So we can actually do that right here. Main components is the bladder. If you really want to know what the urethra, I'll put that in there. And finally, the kidneys. All right, so those are all the major really components of the urinary system. Urethra is the tube-like structure that exits your body. in various different ways. All right, kids, so we completed the body system Webquest.